Now listen here, partner. Bigfoot's seen his fair share of revenge stories, but few hit as hard and as heavy as this one. Today, I'm talking about a criminally underrated classic from the early 2000s, Gungrave. This anime ran from October 2003 to March 2004 with a total of 26 episodes, and let me tell ya, it's one of them slow burn masterpieces that sneaks up on ya. What starts as a supernatural shoot-'em-up turns into a gut-wrenching story about loyalty, friendship, and how power can twist even the best of folks. Now, the story centers around Brandon Heat and Harry MacDowell, two small-time thugs trying to survive in a cold, cruel city. They start off as brothers in arms, fighting side by side in alley brawls and dreaming of something bigger. But dreams can turn to nightmares real quick when ambition gets mixed with greed. See, Harry's got the drive to climb the ranks of the criminal underworld, while Brandon's more the quiet, loyal type, the kind of man who lets his actions speak louder than his words. As the story unfolds, these two end up working for a powerful crime syndicate called Millennion, run by a man named Big Daddy. And yeah, that's really his name. Brandon becomes one of the organization's top enforcers, while Harry rises in power, until his thirst for control turns deadly. That's when betrayal strikes, and Brandon's loyalty costs him everything. But here's where things get wild. Years later, Brandon's corpse is resurrected by some twisted science experiment. Now he's beyond the grave, a silent, trenchcoat-wearing gunslinger back from the dead. His mission? Take down Millennion and settle the score with his old friend Harry. Yeah, it's got all the makings of a Western tragedy, except with futuristic weapons, undead soldiers, and more emotion than you'd expect from a zombie hitman. The first few episodes might fool ya. They open with explosive action and supernatural chaos, but soon after, the story jumps back in time to show how Brandon and Harry went from best friends to bitter enemies. And that's where Gungrave really shines. The character development's deep, slow, and painfully real. You see the choices that push them apart, step by step, and by the time the bullets start flying again, you actually feel the heartbreak behind every shot. Now, Bigfoot ain't afraid to say it. This anime's a masterpiece of tone and storytelling. It's gritty, tragic, and cinematic, like a mix of The Godfather and Frankenstein. The animation, done by Madhouse, holds up surprisingly well for early 2000s. Dark color palettes, heavy shadows, and smooth gunfights that feel like poetry in motion. The gunplay's got style, sure, but it's the emotional weight that sticks with you. Every fight feels personal. Every death means something. The soundtrack deserves a shout out too. Composed by Tsuneo Imahori, the same genius who worked on Trigun, it blends mournful strings with gritty guitar riffs. It's got that melancholy Western vibe that makes you want to stand in the rain and think about all your bad decisions. Perfect for Bigfoot strolling through the woods at night wondering where it all went wrong. But what really makes Gungrave special is how it flips expectations. You come in thinking it's just another shoot-'em-up anime, but what you get is a story about humanity, friendship, and the price of loyalty. Brandon Heat might not say much, but his silence says everything. His devotion, his pain, his regret. And Harry? He ain't just a villain. He's a man who wanted the world and didn't care who he crushed to get it. Their bond and the way it unravels is what gives this show its soul. By the time the series hits its final act, things get downright operatic. Betrayal turns to tragedy, vengeance turns to understanding, and both men face their destinies with the weight of the past on their shoulders. It's powerful stuff. The kind of story that leaves you sitting in silence when the credits roll. Now, this ain't a perfect anime. The pacing can be a little slow in spots, and some of the sci-fi elements feel like leftovers from a different story. But the emotional core? Flawless. It's one of them rare shows that gets better with age, like Moonshine or a ghost story that keeps growing each time you tell it. Bigfoot's final verdict? 5 out of 5 smoking barrels. If you love anime that mixes gangsters, brotherhood, betrayal, and a touch of the supernatural, Gungrave deserves a spot on your list. It's haunting, heartfelt, and unforgettable. So next time you're sitting under the stars with a campfire crackling, think about Brandon Heat, a man who lost it all, died, and came back just to make things right. That's something Bigfoot can respect. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm heading out for some target practice. just in case my old pals in the woods ever decide to start a syndicate.